big match in store. I was saying to Billy, despite all of the incredible injuries that you have, you've still been digging out good wins, good performances, perhaps more than might have been imagined from the outside, but you'll have ambition to carry that on this weekend.
I don't necessarily agree with all of that, because we've not had a result in the last 4 games, a win. I thought we should have won Saturday. I would have liked a couple of wins because it would put us right up the top of the league. But we're having to dig in just now, and it's the same this week, and no excuses, we go on with it, looking forward to the game, as long as we take that performance we had against Arbroath into it. So that's exactly what I'm asking for again, Chris.
Yeah, I think I'll position that a bit better. You've far from fallen out of things, despite the resources you've had, and also because of the tightness of the league. It's been very up and down. Some of the teams that were flying high have had a wee bit of a difficult spell. So you're well within it, and when you get the players back, you'll still be in a good position to march up to the top position.
That's what we're trying to do, but we're not just trying to hang in there as well. We're trying to, it's tough, but we're trying to make sure we keep in there, keep in a good position, but if we can win games to go to the top, that's where we're at just now. We're having to do it with fewer players, we appreciate that, but for me it can still be done, and that's the way I look forward to every game. And you see with the performance against Arbroath, we created unbelievable chances and played really well with it within the game. I watched it back again, I still think Billy's going to score every time I look at it, but we missed them, and it wasn't just Billy. We had loads of chances, we had loads of good play, and I want that performance taken into Queen's Park.
I was going to say, that can happen inside a game. You create all those chances, but you don't necessarily take them. It's rare for it to happen in back-to-back matches, so keep that chance creation up, and you should be okay on Saturday.
That's what you're hoping for. We're not just Saturday, I'm just hoping general, because we see it every week. We get shock results in this championship. We really do, and you can't say for sure that you're going to pick up 3 points, whether you're playing against the bottom team, whether you're up top, whether you're sitting mid-table. It's just a league that throws up incredible results because every team's so evenly matched. It's just because some teams have put a good run together that they find themselves at the top just now. But we want to stay there, we want to try and win against Queen's Park. We know it'll get us another 3 points above them and hopefully get us closer to air.
I was just going to say a quick mention for the young players, because they've had to come in, they've had to do a turn. How impressed have you been by their attitude and the way that they've grown into this huge responsibility that's been put on them, perhaps ahead of what you would have planned?
I've not had to use them too often, but Matthew Strachan, who's come on a couple of times, has done well. In fact, he probably saved us 2 points against Wraith with a saving tackle at the back post. But sometimes needs must, and that's where they're at just now, and they'll not let us down. I'm sure they won't. I would like to use them sparingly, but we are where we are. We all know that now. It's no excuses anymore. We are where we are, and we're looking forward to the game. Simple as that.
Excellent. Enjoy it on Saturday.
Cheers. Cheers, Chris.
It should be a good one.
Cheers.
Well, at that point in the first game of the season, I think some fans thought that's a bit of a disappointing result, 2 points drop, but it proved to be an important point against a strong team, wasn't it?
Aye, well, yeah, that's a good point you make, Stevie. See, like, you just look at the league, and some people say, how can they beat them? And you did, and a lot of people thought that when we played them and drew 1 each. But I think you look at the position now and you realise, wasn't it maybe such a bad point after all? Of course, I still wanted to win the game. We had chances to win it, but so did Queen's Park. They're a team that create chances. They're a team that really good going forward. But they'll us recently where they lose a few goals as well. So it's whoever plays best and is nice and solid defensively and who takes their chances. I know that goes to every game, but that's the way this weekend's game is going to be against them, because they really have a go at you.
Yeah, also the kick-off time will always be made of it. I mean, it's a weird one, isn't it? It's no early, no late. I mean, I don't know if you've been many half-5 kick-offs in your career, but does it alter your preparation for Saturday?
No, really. It's not going to kill us a couple of hours, because I've done the 7:45 kick-offs all your career, and I've done the 3 o'clocks. I've done earlier than that as well, when you play midday games, especially for the Old Firm. in times like that, or against the Old Firm. So we're used to it, but I've not had a 5 o'clock before, which is a strange one. But you just got to go on with it. I think we've come to an agreement with Queen's Park, and we listen. I would like to think that if we needed a helping hand and teams can work together in any league, that's the way it should be. So yeah, we got on with it, as we say, and I'm looking forward to the game, even though it is a 5 o'clock kick-off. Just means another couple of hours later you're up the road.
Well, it was the call for me. Yeah, appreciate it.
Cheers, Stevie.
Billy, you're, as things stand, you're the best away team in the league. You've no one has outpointed you on your travels. Any reason for that? Are the shackles off it a little bit, do you think, on your travels?
Well, the twice we've let ourselves down away from home is Partick and Morton. So we didn't defend well in those games, and that's why we were punished. But when we're solid and we look as if we're switched on and we're focused, especially when the team's attacking. When we're attacking, that's when you get caught out, because sometimes I've said to all my defenders, you'll kind of look at the game and you think, oh, we've got a wee chance of scoring there, but suddenly they clear it and your wee striker's jumped off, you pick up the ball and he's at you. So that's when you've got to be switched on, that's when you've got to be focused when we're attacking, so that you pick up things. That's part of defending, but putting yourself in good positions. When we've done that, we've been hard to beat. We've had a lot of 1-0s, but a couple of times we've switched off this season away from home, we've been punished.
And I was just wondering, Billy, a lot of the injuries that you've got are, kind of longer term. Are you in at a stage where you can kind of talk to the chairman about January yet, or is that still to come?
It's still to come. I would like to elaborate on it, Chalky, but I'm trying to go week to week here. I'm looking forward to it. I'm being positive. I'm desperate for 3 points. I thought we should have got them last week. I realised how big a game it was, and when I put us 1 point off top, but we're hanging in there, we're there, and that's a good thing.
And just final one for me, any of the injured guys likely to come back from I think it's a list of 8 at the moment, or
no,
this weekend?
No. Same as last week.
Yeah.
It's the same. I could have this, press conference and just say the same things.
Yeah.
Aye. So that's where we're at, and I don't want to keep on making an excuse. We move on, and I watched a game against my big mates, Jim McIntyre's Cove last week, and I see a lot of good things from Queens. They're an attacking team, but I see, hopefully, places where we can get at them as well.
Great. Best of luck. Thank you, Billy.
Cheers, Chalk boy.